Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi barakatuh. So welcome back to the series where I'm going to be explaining some simple questions, but people may get it wrong. So this time we're gonna go over on how to find the turning points of a parabola, and it's pretty simple. And I'm gonna tell you all of the steps. So let's take this equation for example: y is equal to x squared minus 4x plus 7. So we have y is equal to x squared minus 4x plus 7. So the first thing that we want to do is completing the square. We complete the square of this. So the way to do this is that we just take this, so we take it over here, you can, and then we just do y is equal to, we do minus 4, the coefficient of x, which is minus 4, divided by 2. We always divide it by 2 and you get minus 2. So you just write it as x only, you write whatever you got over here, x minus 2, and then whole square, and then you write minus 2 again and you square that and you just write the constant. Then this will give you x minus 2 square minus 4 plus 7, and then finally you get the answer x minus 2 square plus 3. So that's you're completing the square form, right? Now what you do is that let's go over to Desmos and then write that same answer, x minus 2 whole square plus 3. So yeah, so you can see both of these are the same parabolas, because they obviously, you can't see any difference, right? So if I were to change this like to 10, then you can see a difference, but this is 7. So now how do you find the turning point? So let's remove this. Now let's keep this completing the square form. Now one thing you need to know in parabola, to find a completing the square form, you need to know this one thing, that it's in the form y is equal to a, in the form a x minus h plus a, or actually b, b. You can take any variable. So in this case, you just remove the a, because a is just any constant over here. So in this case, it's just 1, right? But if it was 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, it depends. In this case, it's just 1. So the turning point is actually just h b. That's it. That's your turning point. Now, basically, whatever your value over here is, you'll just do the opposite of it. So if it's minus 2, you're going to do it 2. So if this is minus 2, it's going to be 2. Or you can just do this, h and b. Over here in this case, h is 2 and b is just this constant, which is 3. So you would be right to say that the turning point is 2, 3. And if you go over here, zoom in, you can see that the actual turning point is 2, 3. So that's how you know your answer is correct. Now let's take this for example. If we add some sliders to show you, let's take b, this constant. If you see this, wait, this is not, oh my bad, this is not x squared, wait, yeah. So let's take this, okay, let's take this green parabola. You can see that in this b, the b constant, if I make it less, right, it becomes bigger, and if I make it more, it becomes smaller, it goes up, right? And then for h, if I move it towards the left, if I make its value go to the left, then it also goes to the left. If it goes to the negative, it goes to the left, and if it goes to the positive, it goes to the right. And then for a, it obviously a negative parabola will have a maximum point over here, right? Because the a is negative, right? The coefficient of x squared. But if it goes positive, then the minimum point will be here. So that's how you can find the turning points using Desmos. Yeah, pretty simple.